My fiancée told me she needed space to figure herself out. 3 weeks later, she was furious that I actually gave it to her. Her name was Rachel. We had been together for 6 years, engaged for almost one. The wedding venue was booked. Deposits were paid. Our future looked so certain that I stopped questioning it. Then one Tuesday night, she sat me down at the kitchen table. "I think I've lost myself," she said. "Those words never lead anywhere good." "What does that mean?" I asked. "It means I need freedom. Time to experience life without expectations." I stared at her. "You mean without me?" "No," she said quickly. "Not necessarily." That's when I knew. People only use words like necessarily when they're trying not to tell the truth. A week later, she moved into an apartment across town. Officially, we were still together. Unofficially, she wanted all the benefits of a relationship while living like she was single. She still called when her car wouldn't start. Still wanted me to help with bills. Still expected me to answer every text immediately. But every time I asked where we stood, she'd say the same thing. "I just need time." So eventually, I stopped asking. Instead, I started rebuilding my life. I joined a local running club. Started spending more time with friends I'd ignored during the relationship. Picked up hobbies I'd abandoned years ago. For the first time in forever, my entire schedule wasn't built around someone else's needs. That's where I met Natalie. She wasn't dramatic. She wasn't mysterious. She didn't play games. The first thing she ever said to me was, "You're terrible at pacing yourself." I had nearly passed out during a group run. She wasn't wrong. What started as friendship slowly became something more. But unlike Rachel, Natalie was honest. When she liked me, she said so. When she was upset, she said so. No riddles, no emotional scavenger hunts, just honesty, a concept I'd almost forgotten existed. A few months later, Rachel called unexpectedly. "Can we have dinner?" she asked. I almost said no. Instead, curiosity got the better of me. When I arrived, she looked disappointed before I even sat down. "You're different," she said. "People change." "No, I mean happier." I couldn't help smiling. "Thanks." Her jaw tightened. "I heard you've been spending time with someone." There it was, the real reason for dinner. "Yeah." Rachel stared at her glass. "I didn't think you'd move on this fast." I almost laughed. Fast? She'd left nearly 6 months ago. "I waited for you for years while we were together," I said. "What does that mean?" "It means I spent a long time hoping you'd choose us. Then you stopped." The silence that followed was deafening. Finally, she looked up. "I thought you'd be here when I figured things out." I genuinely didn't know how to respond, because for the first time, I understood something. She never wanted freedom. She wanted reassurance. She wanted to leave the door open while she explored every other option, and she assumed I'd still be standing there if she ever decided to come back. "I wasn't supposed to be your backup plan," I said quietly. Her eyes filled with tears. I made a mistake. Maybe she had. But some mistakes don't come with refunds. A week later, Natalie invited me to meet her parents. 6 months after that, we moved in together. Last month, I ran into Rachel at a grocery store. The conversation lasted less than 2 minutes. As we said goodbye, she looked at me and asked one final question. "Are you happy?" I looked across the parking lot where Natalie was loading groceries into the car and laughing because she'd somehow managed to drop a bag of oranges. For a second, I just watched her. Then I smiled. "Yeah," I said. "I really am." And for the first time since Rachel walked away, I realized I wasn't saying it to convince anyone. It was simply true.